Hi, I'm Raquel, by the way.
Hi, Raquel.
Okay, so how long have you been in entertainment and how did you get started?
Oh man, I've been in entertainment for as long as I can remember. I started dancing when I was like 3 years old. My mom put me in ballet. And so I've been dancing and acting and performing my entire life. So that is many, many, many years. Too many to say, no. But yeah, professionally, I've been working in Las Vegas professionally for about 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm that old.
What would you say are the highlights of your career?
The highlights of my career, that is a great question. There's been so many, great moments throughout the years, but I've headlined and performed in numerous shows on the Las Vegas Strip over the years. And some of the really cool moments were, seeing your face up on a billboard or like a cover of a magazine and just
Oh, yeah.
getting that recognition, after all your hard work and years
Yeah.
of practice. That was really cool to get to see those moments happen. And also, a couple years ago, I won the Silver State Female Entertainer of the Year award. So that was really,
Awesome.
really an honor to be recognized, by my peers and by the industry. And so that was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. What would you say is the key to succeeding as a performer in this industry?
Well, I think there's a couple things to succeeding as a performer in this industry. I would say two things. First and foremost, mindset. And secondly, of course, your craft and your skill. So what I want to say about that is, as performers, we should always be working on our craft and always be, practicing and trying to get better. I mean, even as long as I've been doing it, there's always room for improvement and there's always room to get better. So we should always strive, to be better and to be the best we can be. But also this business, it can be hard sometimes because there's a lot of auditioning and sometimes you don't get it and there's rejection and you gotta really keep a good mindset and just know that you're doing this job because you love it or are passionate about performing. And that's awesome. You don't want to lose that passion, but also just know that when the rejection comes or if you don't happen to get that audition, it's not personal and it doesn't mean that you're bad or that you weren't good enough or something like that, because I know a lot of times that we can take that personally and because we care so much about what we do. But I would just say for anyone who is wanting to be a performer in this industry, just really know that when the rejection comes, it's okay. And it doesn't mean that you weren't good enough. It doesn't really mean anything other than, they were just looking for a specific thing and maybe you weren't that specific thing. And that could be, the way your hair is, like whatever it is, there's so many things to casting that just don't take it to heart and don't lose that passion. You got to keep that passion alive while you're going. And I know it's hard not to take it personally sometimes because, like I said, we care about what we do so much and we're so passionate about it. But the sooner that you can kind of realize that, like this isn't a personal attack, or this isn't, like I said, it's not because you're not good enough. You are good enough. And also, I want to mention that what makes you different and like who you are, all you have to be is just who you are.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, the casting directors are all they're looking for something specific for each part. And just because you may not be that specific thing doesn't mean anything about your performance. It doesn't mean you're bad. It doesn't mean, you weren't good enough. It just means maybe this person had a certain look that they wanted or a certain sound for that particular role. And that's okay. And so when I was first starting out, me and my friends would look at auditions like practice. And that really helps too. If you just think, I'm going to go to this audition and get a free class and learn and show up and do the best I can and then see what happens, But if you just go and be you fully and just bring all of you to the table, there is no one else like you. This is what I think people don't understand, is that there is no one else like each person. No one else grew up the way you grew up. No one else looks exactly the way you look. No one else is going to sound exactly the way you sound. So you're very unique in just being you. And if you can just go into the audition with confidence in yourself and in your abilities and know your strengths and know what you need to work on, know that too, know your strengths and weaknesses, but go in and really like own your strengths and own that confidence, that energy reads to the casting director every time.
Yeah.
So if you go in and you're, unsure and, it's okay to be nervous, but if you think, I got to be, this, like this other girl, or I've got to do it this certain way, you're already downplaying yourself. And so I would just say, go in there fully as you and embrace it and be confident, because that is what they're looking for. And it sets you apart. And even if it's a big cattle call and everyone looks the same, they're still not going to be exactly like you.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing. That's an edge when you go into an audition.
What do you love most about performing?
Oh, I love so many things about performing. I love connecting with the audience. I mean, I love singing. I love performing. There's so much to it, but really when you're live on stage and there's the energy between the audience and you, the energy between the audience and the performer, and you just get to have so much fun with each other, and there's a beautiful exchange that happens, and I just love that. I love connecting with the people.
If you knew then what you know now as an entertainer, what would you do differently?
I would trust myself more.
Yeah.
I would trust my voice more. I would trust my ability more, because coming up, as you're learning and you're growing, you don't know what you know until you know it, so that sounds funny, but if I knew then what I know now, I would tell myself, and I would tell any young performer, trust yourself, trust your voice. If you have a passion, follow it, and don't question yourself too much. It's good to know your strengths and weaknesses and work on what you can, and of course get better, but don't let it hold you back. Don't let the fear hold you back. Go for it. It's been a big theme in my life and career, and I believe that if I had that mindset and belief in myself a little bit more, I wouldn't have held myself back for so long.
What advice would you give to young aspiring performers who want to make a career in performing?
Like I said, trust yourself, trust your voice, practice and get better, learn as you go, but take it all with a grain of salt. And don't lose that fire and don't lose that passion inside of you, because that is what is really going to carry you through. And that is what the spark that people are looking for. Because yes, it's great to hone in your skill and get, be as great as you can, but it's not all about technical ability all the time. Some of the greatest artists and entertainers are the ones that can bring their authenticity and realness to the stage.
Yeah.
It's not about always being perfect. So don't allow any fear of not being perfect or messing up or fear of failure. Don't let that stop you. Hone in on what makes you unique.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself and go for it, because you guys can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Trust me. I didn't even start out singing. I didn't learn how to sing till I was in my 20s.
Wow.
Yeah. I started dancing first, and then I transitioned. And I know that if I can make it happen, I believe anyone can make it happen. Just keep going and keep practicing. And like I said, believe in yourself, because you got it. As you do more things and as you branch out and do more auditions and, more classes, and you're going to gain more confidence as you gain more experience.
Yeah.
So when I first started singing, when I was transitioning from a dancer into a singer, I wanted to sing. I had the desire, but I was so scared. And just to even go on stage, I would shake, with fear. And every time I just, you breathe through and you move through the fear and you do it anyway, you do your best. And every time I would get better and better and just learn a little bit more. And so that confidence comes with experience. So go out there and try, do the auditions that you don't necessarily think maybe you could get, or that you could you know, that even maybe that you would want. Just go out and try and see what, you know, what you can learn from it and take from it. And that will ultimately build up your confidence and build up your skill set as well.
What were you looking for in judging the top 20 contestants?
When I'm judging the top 20 contestants, I will be looking for originality. I want to see them come through.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, I want to see that. It's a very, very important key. You know, of course, it's great to be technical and we want to do the best that we can singing wise, or dancing wise, or whatever, acting, you know, whatever we're doing, we want to be the best we can, but that's not the most important factor to me. To me, it's, I want to see that person come through. I want to see them connect to the song. What story are they telling? You know, because when we're singing or we're acting or even dancing, we're telling a story. We're creating an emotion and energy between the audience and the performer. So I will be looking for that authenticity and that person to shine through. So I'll be looking for that. I'll be looking at the technical stuff, but that's not the most important thing to me. Just the overall performance, you know, the showmanship and how they present themselves. Are they confident? Are they happy? Are they delivering the message? The technical, the song, you know, it's all very important. But that's why we practice and practice and practice it beforehand. And then once you get on the stage, you let it go and you trust yourself and you trust your body and your voice and you perform.